Christian 105.7, The Daily Grind. Good morning to you. Hey, it's Friday, just in case you didn't know, right? Well, on Fridays, each and every Friday, I'm going to do this segment called Your Money Ain't Gotta Be Funny. I just love saying that. And it ain't. That's right. No grammar here. I'm just going to put it out there. And I have on the line with me, she is a financial rebound coach, and her name is Lynn Demmons. Hey, Lynn.
Hey. How are you, Tamika?
I'm doing good. I'm doing so good. So I met Lynn. Well, actually, we haven't met in person yet, but we met crossing paths, as you would say, radio paths. She has her own show, and she talks all about finances, and she's done another show for me, and I was like, I think it's a really good idea to have you come on each and every Friday, and let's talk about those finances and give us some tips on how to be financially stable and be debt-free, because that's what we all want. So, Lynn, just tell us a little bit about yourself and what we're going to talk about today.
Absolutely. Well, thank you. It's an honor and a privilege to be here with you this morning. And what I do as America's #1 financial rebound coach is I educate, professional women in the 4 asset classes of investing. And it's amazing to me how many intelligent, well-educated women have little knowledge and interest in investing and retirement planning and just getting their financial house in order. So I decided to start on this venture, and here we are today.
All right. That's what it's up. I love it. So today we're going to talk about that mindset work, right?
Yes.
All right. So let's do it. What you got for us today?
Well, today I'm actually going to go into a book that I've read several times. It's called The Top 10 Distinctions Between the Millionaire and the Middle Class. And it's very empowering for us as we start thinking about it and positioning ourselves in the right way. Because as T. Harv Eker always shares, it's not enough to be in the right place at the right time. You have to be the right person in the right place at the right time. So what I want to talk about this morning is that first mindset work that we need to do and start positioning ourselves differently is thinking about the fact that millionaires think long-term, well, the middle class, we think short-term. And what I want to talk about essentially is the abundance mentality that you get when you look at your life in a different way, when you look at it in that long-term position as opposed to a short-term position. And what Keith Cameron basically shares is the poor tend to think day-to-day. We think about our money on a day-to-day aspect. And those who, make between $10,000 to $25,000, we tend to think week to week. And if you're making $25,000 to $100,000, you're thinking more of a month to month. And then $100,000 to $500,000, those people tend to think year to year. But the rich, they think decade to decade. So what I want to position and share with the people today is what is your mindset that you're currently dealing with as far as your finances? Are you thinking day to day, week to week, or dare I say month to month? And how do we now transition to thinking long-term about our finances? Because that's how we really and truly build generational wealth and get back to the basic principles that we're supposed to be living in, leaving something for our children's children. That's what we're called to do. If it's in your Bible, if you didn't tear it out, of course, right? So in looking at this, what we essentially, what I want to recommend or highly suggest for the listeners today is plan for what your life will look like 10 years from now, and then take action on that plan. And what we'll do each Friday is go through some of the steps that are going to get people to that next level. Because like we said at the beginning, it's not just about being in the right place at the right time and getting the information, but it's about being the right person in the right place at the right time and taking action on that information so we can develop those win-wins in every aspect of our lives, not just in our finances, but in our relationships, in our emotional lives, in our health, in every area of our lives. That's what's most important for us.
All right, there you go. Lynn Demmons of Demmons Enterprise, and is based out of Atlanta, but she's worldwide. You heard her. She's #1, so you can get in touch with her either way. So give us your information and how to get in touch with you.
Absolutely, guys. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Demmons Speak. Let me spell that. Demmons is spelled capital D-E-M-M-O-N-S. Demons speak, not demons. There are no demons here. That's on Instagram and Twitter. I also want to invite you guys to check me out on my website. We have a Women Who Invest thing starting up on March 8th, International Women's Day, bit.ly/WWInvest.
All right, Lynn. Well, thank you so very much. And I can't wait for next Friday. So be sure you tune in each and every Friday around the same time, around 8:25 or so. Your money ain't gotta be funny with Lynn Dimmons of Dimmons Enterprise. So it's Friday. It's New Music Friday. Here's a new one for you, My Redeemer and Calling Glory. It's on Christian 105.7, The Daily Grind.